online, ¿no?
Es que no me parece oculto, así que puede ser que haya empezado ya.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's class. This is an Hatha Yoga class. Good morning, good afternoon, this is a Hatha Yoga class for all levels. And today we are going to practice, I like bringing themes to the class. And today I really want to practice with two themes in mind which are related. One is to help balance the Muladhara chakra, which is the root chakra, which has to do with, which when it's out of balance, it's about feeling a little bit of fearful, which is a little bit of the unconscious feelings that we are, the collective unconscious that is around us. So by finding a grounding, finding our roots to the earth, we actually are able to balance that energy and find that sense of confidence, that sense of we are here, we have a purpose, that we have the right to have. We kind of overcome as well the sense of lack that is going around. And at the same time, we are going to work on boosting the immune system. So for that, we are going to do chest openers mostly and some twists, because the immune system is governed by this chakra, by the heart chakra. So I find that by grounding, we can open and we are more stable and more grounded to open up and feeling more secure. Just imagine when those moments when we are feeling vulnerable, and it is quite difficult to open up in those moments of vulnerability if we are not feeling safe. So I find that is a nice analogy to describe the relationship between the first chakra and the fourth chakra. So it's the root chakra, Muladhara, and Anahata, the heart chakra. So we are going to be exploring really nice grounding poses, a slower practice to be able to grow the roots deeply in the soil, and then be able to open up and really shine the light that we all carry within. So to get started, I would ask you to come and sit. If your knees are higher than your hip points, please sit on some height. So you can use a bolster, you can use some pillows, or cushions or blankets, something that you have that can bring your hips a little bit higher than your knees. Also today, have handy, I brought a scarf, so this is something to show that something we always have at home that can help. Otherwise, if you've got a strap and blocks or books, it's always good to have them handy in case you find that you need some height or space for some positions. So let's get started. Find a comfortable seat and close your eyes. And bring your attention to your breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. The breath is the great anchor. It's the bridge between our body, our mind, the inner and the outer world. And as you connect with your breath, notice what's the temperature of the air as it comes in through the nostrils. And notice the temperature of the air as it leaves. And check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? It's been a bit of a roller coaster in terms of the emotions. But also, how are you feeling in your body, in your mind? And receive anything that comes up with acceptance, without judging. With loving awareness. And the certainty that whatever you are going through is teaching you something. And now very gently, without pushing, start bringing your breath all the way down to the belly. For a lot of us, it's the upper chest where we breathe most of the time. So gently bringing that breath down. You can bring your right hand just below your belly button. If you need guidance, sometimes it helps having a focal point where to take the energy and the breath. So once you're breathing your belly, you will feel the belly inflate on the inhalation and the belly button drawing back towards the spine on the exhalation. And once you're comfortable breathing on the breath on the belly, see if you can take the breath all the way down to caress and to embrace the pelvic floor. Anchoring to the breath is deeply grounding. It brings us right back to the center. Just a few more seconds. Notice how the energy is changing. Beautiful. Now very gently start becoming aware of your surroundings. Feel the palms of your hands on your thighs. Feel the shins or your feet on the floor. Notice the texture, the temperature. And very gently you can start opening your eyes. And allow the surroundings to receive, allow your eyes to receive your surroundings. Instead of focusing out. Beautiful. So we got about 30% of our attention inside, and then we are aware of what's going on around us. Beautiful. So now let's take any props that we were using to the side for now, and come on, let's start in all fours. So in all fours, the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. So in tabletop. Now on the inhalation, take the tailbone up, belly moves down. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest, shoulders away from the ears, look forward. On the exhalation, taking the tailbone under, starting to run through the lower back, the middle back and the upper back, pushing the floor away and rounding the upper back. And inhaling, tailbone moves up, open the shoulders, crown of the head up towards the sky. And exhaling, move the belly button up towards the spine, press the floor away as you round the upper back, chin in. And then twice more in your own time. Make sure that the inhalations and the exhalations are even. And then the motion starts through the tailbone and then moves up through the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, and the head is the last thing to move. Good. Lovely. And then when we are back into center, bring the knees together. Now inhale, take the toes to the right. Big inhale. Look at the toes through and above your shoulders. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale, bring the toes back to center. Now inhale, the toes to the left. Inhale as you look over the shoulder. Hold at the top. And exhale to center. We are opening the breath from the inside out. Inhale, toes to the right. Look over the shoulders. Hold the breath at the top, and this time gently press the left ribs to the left. Exhale to center. Beautiful. Now inhale again to the left. Hold the breath at the top, gently pressing the ribs to the right. Back to center. And one more each side in your own time. Remembering to hold the breath at the top and pushing the ribs to the opposite side. Good, and then back to center. So by holding the breath in the chest, what we're doing is creating space in the intercostal muscles. We are opening the space, and the breath is actually massaging all the organs as well, which is really good and bringing new fresh oxygen. So now inhale the left arm up to the sky, and exhale, thread the left arm under the right armpit. Reach as much as you can, land the shoulder and the side of the head on the floor. Take your right fingertips forward, press the floor, and roll down and in the right upper arm. So it drops towards the mat. Deep breaths. And see if you can take the breath to the back of your heart. The back of the body is about support. And because we don't see it, at least with the naked eye, we tend to forget that there's so much support available within ourselves. Good, and inhale, now bring the right hand back to the floor, pressing up, come back to all fours, changing sides, inhale the right arm up to the sky, exhale, thread under the left and reach forward as much as you can, land the shoulder, the temple, and reach forward with your left fingertips, out the hands, pressing the floor down and wrapping the left upper arm down and in. Deep breath to the upper back. So it feels like we are touching the space between the shoulder blades, with the breath. And inhale, bringing it back to all fours. Now, we are going to go into Anahatasana. So, coming back to all fours, now make sure that the hips are staying over the knees and start walking forward. Walking forward, so we are bringing the chest down. I'm going to keep my head up so I can talk better. But what you're going to do is keep walking forward. Some of you might actually be able to press the chest on the floor. Some of you are going to bring the chin on the floor, and some of you are going to remain with the forehead on the floor. Now, once you're there, tuck your tailbone under strongly. So we are sending the tailbone down, back towards the heels. So that way we are diminishing the curve of the lower back, and we are actually allowing the upper back to open. So keep pressing the hands firmly on the floor. And we are wrapping both upper arms down towards the mat. Deep breaths into the back of the heart. And you might notice there's a gentle motion on the in breath. The heart moves up towards the ceiling. And on the out breath, there's a nice sinking of the heart towards the mat. Two more breaths. Good, and now glide forwards to come out. There's no elegant way of getting out of this one. So glide forward and then just bring it back. Good. Now, take your hands just forward of your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Press the 10 fingers on the floor and the finger knuckles. Make sure that the creases of the wrist are in line with the front of the mat. Now, as if you had a ball between your elbows, hug the ball and roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. Start lifting your hips up and back towards the ceiling. Lift your knees. Keep the knees bent a lot. Now keep pushing the floor away and feel the energy coming up through the arms up into the sides of the body, and send the hips up and back even more. Good. And then in this space, if you've got the space in the hamstrings, you can start lengthening your legs without losing the beautiful line in the upper back. Otherwise, you can stay with the knees bent. It's much better for the position. So Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then as you release the first one, start bending one knee and stretching the other. You can sway your hips from side to side. Good. Coming back to center, realign your dog. Deep inhalation, and with the exhalation, small steps all the way to the front of the mat. Bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, forward lengthen. Exhale, bow, empty the breath. Inhale, the arms up towards the ceiling. Reach palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Now inhale, the arms up. Gather the energy around you. Open up. Exhale from the hips. Bow forward. Empty the breath. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen crown of the head forward. Exhale, plank. Now for the beginners there, bring your knees down and we're going to do chaturanga on the knees. Everyone else, chaturanga, bend the elbows from plank. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, tuck your toes under, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take the right leg up into the sky. Bend the knee, heel towards the buttocks and open to the right. So it's a nice stretch and opening of the hips, and you can make circles with your legs. Make sure that your shoulders are square because the right shoulder will have the tendency to want to open up as well to the right. Just keep it down. And then take the circle to the other side. And coming back to center, stretch the leg, bring the knee to the nose. Good, and then take the foot between the hands, bring the back knee down. Low lunge, inhale the arms up. Now as you inhale, hug the legs together. So there's a nice coming together of the inner thighs, there's a nice gathering of energy. And on the exhalation, allow the gravity, notice the weight to open the groins. Inhale, legs hard, exhale. Let the gravity allow your groins to open. Good, one more, inhale. Good, on the exhalation, take the left hand down, right arm up and twist. Deep breaths here. Try to take the breath to the belly. Because although it's constricted and there's little space, it's receiving a really good beneficial massage. One more breath. Good, and now bring the hands down. Stretch the front legs, sit towards the heels. Now, if you've got blocks or books around you, put them either side of the front foot. Flex the foot. Dig the heel down, so really press that heel down, flexing the foot. And notice there's the energy coming up. It's gonna take the kneecap up as well. And now, what I really don't like seeing is forward folds this way, because it's really not working the back of the legs. So my proposition to you today is press that heel firmly on the floor, send the hips back towards the back wall as if you're trying to arch the lower back, which is impossible, but it's the motion. And notice how that sending the hips back and up will make the stretch deeper. And breathe. The breath has the key to opening up even the tightest of spaces. One more breath. Good, now bend the front knee. Exhale, back to plank. Chaturanga, option of knees on the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now it's the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, heel to the buttocks, open up to the left. So gently pressing through the hands on the mat, reach back and up with the knee. See if you can find more space. And then circling the hips to one side, making as Run circles as you can. And then to the other side. Good. Bring both legs down. Inhale the left leg up, and exhale, bring the knee to nose, and then foot between the hands. Good, back knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Hugging the legs as you inhale and exhale, allowing the weight of your body to open up the hips. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. On the exhalation, right hand comes down, left arm up and twist. Once again, deep breaths into the belly. Good, bringing both hands down on the exhalation. Sit back, stretch the front leg. Grab the blocks if you've got them. And if you have the blocks and you find that it's still difficult, you can use the blocks in the highest bit, otherwise you bring them down up to the middle. You know your body better than anyone. So flex the foot, press the heel on the floor, send the seats back and up, trying to arch the lower back, all the while lengthening the crown of the head forward. And on the exhalation, if you've got the space, try to fold from the belly towards the thigh. One more breath. Good. Now inhale, bend the front leg. Now exhale, step forward. Hands to the shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, jumps up and reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, jumps up. Exhale, forward. Hands to the shins, inhale, lengthen. This time the left leg goes back knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Good. Second round for opening the hips. As you inhale, scissor the legs together. And now on the exhalation, take the left elbow to the right knee and twist. So what I like doing is inhale, lengthen, row, and on the exhalation, first twist the belly, then the ribs, and then the chest. So we always want to lengthen before we move and we twist. And twists are fantastic to actually bring whooshes of fresh blood and oxygen to all the organs, to help the detoxification of anything that doesn't serve it anymore, which is later going to be eliminated. Good. Bring both hands down. Second time, runner's lunge. Stretch the front leg, sit back. Flex the foot, send the seat bones back and up. And notice if there's any more space this time. Deeply pressing the heel on the floor, actively sending the hips back and up as if arching the lower back. And use the exhalations to create the space, to allow the muscle to tell them it's okay, you can open. Inhale, bend the front leg. Exhale, let's go to chaturanga. Bend the elbows, knees on the floor if it is part of your practice. Lengthen and exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale the left leg up into the sky. Bring the knee to nose, bring the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, sit lower. Good. Twice more. Inhale, hug the leg. And exhale, open. Good. Inhale once more. And exhale, now it's right elbow to left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist belly, then the ribs, then the chest. With every breath, we find length. And with every exhale, we twist a little bit deeper, starting from the belly. There's something in the exhalation when the belly button draws back towards the spine that releases the lower back, allowing more space for twisting a little bit deeper. Good. Next exhalation, take both hands to the floor, sit back, runner's lunge. Good. Flex the foot, press that heel down, send the hips back. Try to keep the spine and the crown of the head as long in one line as possible. And long exhalations to start diving in. And notice the second time the body must be starting to actually receive that opening, creating more space. And one leg might be different than the other, and that's absolutely fine. Just accept yourself where you are right now. Inhale, bend the front leg, and exhale, step forward. Hands to the shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, your arms up and reach. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, inhale, gather all the energy around you. Reach and stretch, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, crown of the head forward, exhale, empty the breath. Take the hands to the floor, go back to downward dog. Good, and this time is the right leg up into the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, inhale it back up. And exhale, knee to nose. Activating our energy center. Exhale, knee to nose, 2 more. Inhale it back up. Exhale, bring it forward into a plank. Inhale. And good. This time bring the foot between the hands, back knee down. Now open the right foot towards the right, to the edge of the mat. This might be enough for some of you in terms of a hip opener. Some of you might want to go a little bit deeper, so you can come into your forearms. You can open the foot up 45 degrees if you need to. Good. Some of you might want to, if you are halfway, you might want to put the blocks in the middle. Otherwise, stay down on the floor. And again, as you inhale, gently hug the legs together. You will feel the hips moving up, and on the exhalation, allow gravity to deepen the stretch. Good. Nice. And now take the left hand to the left edge of the mat. Bring your right hand to the right knee and gently start pressing that knee away from you, but gently pressing the knee into the hand as well. Find a little bit of a back bend, open the chest. If you want to go even more open, you can take the left hand a little bit further outside the mat. Depends on how much space you've got. Good. And then bring it back to center. Take the leg back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, then the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. And 4 more. Inhale it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine and bring the knee to the nose. Good. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. And then gently bring the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Open the left leg to the left side of the mat. And if you want, you can bring the foot 45 degrees. And then slowly start bringing the forearms down to the floor as we did before. Some of you might be just enough to stay up here. Some of you will put the blocks halfway through. And breathe. Remember hugging the legs together, scissoring the inner thighs together. And on the exhalation, allow the breath and gravity to find more space. Receive your body wherever it is. There might be one hip which is different than the other. Okay, and now coming back up to center. Take your right hand to the edge of the mat or a little bit further out if that was comfortable for you. Take the left hand to the left knee and gently start pushing the hand into the knee, into the hand, Lean back, find a nice opening of the heart as we are hugging the legs together. And breathe. Good. Exhale, bring both hands down. And this time, bring the foot to the center of the mat and step forward. Hands on the shins, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, arms up and reach. Notice it's a bit more light now. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale it up. Press the feet on the floor and equally reach up with the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, the right leg back. Open the back foot 45 degrees. We are going to go into Warrior One. Before we take the arms up to the ceiling, I want you to bring the hips parallel. So if you need to unplug the back heel, please do. Then square the hips, so make sure that they are parallel in one line. And then, if you can, the heel will go back to the floor. Otherwise, there's no harm in keeping the knee up. It's more important to keep the hips parallel. Inhale, arms up. Again, hugging the legs together, and exhale, sit lower. Making sure the knee is on top of the ankle or behind, never beyond. And now interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, pour the chest down towards the floor. And bring the arms overhead. Keep tucking the left tailbone under really strongly. Deep breaths into the upper chest. Inhale, bring it all the way back up, hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the floor. Come into a plank. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. This is optional. If you need, you can start going into child's pose at any time. And exhale, downward dog. Good. And now inhale the right leg up into the sky. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands. Open the back foot 45 degrees. Inhale, bring it up. And once again, unplug the back heel. Square the hips. And then bring the heel back down. Good. 2 more breaths. And take the hands behind you. Interlace them the opposite way this time. There's one finger up. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, pour your heart forward. Keep tucking the right hip under. It's going to give stability to the pose. See if you can see it a little bit lower, a little bit deeper. Inhale, bring both hands up. Exhale, hands down, and it's downward facing dog. Good. This time, right leg up into the sky. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands. Open up, Warrior Two. So for Warrior Two, the heels, for those who are more open, you can have the heel and heel aligned. Otherwise, from heel to center of the back foot. Hug the legs together as you inhale. Notice how my hips go up. And on the exhalation, sit lower. Make sure that the knee is on top of the ankle, not beyond. And notice if you're reaching forward or maybe you're going back, try to find the center. Keep hugging the legs. Inhale, reverse, left hand to left leg. Reach up and back with the right hand. And exhale, windmill the hands down. It's chaturanga. Bend the elbows. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands. Back foot is 90 degrees in line with the back of the mat. Open up the hands, Warrior Two. Hugging the legs together. As you breathe in, exhale, lower, sit deeper on the exhale. Look at the alignment of your knee, make sure that it's tracking between the second and the third toe. Look at your torso, it's going back to match in the front, find the center, and look through the middle finger. Hug the legs as you inhale, and on the exhalation, sit a little bit lower. And inhale, right hand to right knee, leg, inhale, reverse. Good, exhale, windmill the hands down. Now step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Notice if you feel any different. What places are opening. Come in touch with your breath. And slowly take the arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And come back to plank. And slowly let's lower down all the way to the floor. Move the bolster here and move myself a little bit further to the side. Now, come into the fingertips of the hands and open the hands in a cross. And we're gonna come up, inhale, press the 10 toes on the floor, pelvic bone press on the floor, and can come up into a low cobra. So we are opening the chest, gently engaging the glutes. Take the breath to the center of the heart. So we are activating the thymus gland, who plays a key role in our immune system. And now bring it down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn one cheek to the side and rest. You can sway your hips from side to side if you want to. Take deep breaths. And inhale, coming back to center. And now coming to Sphinx pose. Making sure the elbows are under the shoulders. Bring the palms down so the forearms are parallel and shoulder width. Bend the right foot, bring the heel towards the buttocks. Good. And now cross the left arm towards the right and take the right hand, grab your foot on the top of the foot of the ankle. Some of you are going to be grabbing here, some of you will have the flexibility to turn the fingers towards the shoulders and the elbow goes up, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears and back. And breathe here. If you notice that your knee is playing out too much, bring it back to center. Pressing the knee on the floor, press the pubic bone on the floor. Lengthen through the side body. This is a nice thigh opener, also chest opener. And as we progress in our practice, we bring the chest to face forward. One more breath. And exhale, good. Let's change sides. So now the right hand goes towards the left, pressing the knee on the floor of the left foot, bend the knee, grab the foot. Lovely. And now press the knee firmly, press the pubic bone, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears, and breathe. Smile. One more breath. And exhale, release. Bring the palms next to your shoulders and just under your breast and push back and up, downward facing dog. Press through the hands into the armpits into the hips. Lengthen, find space, bend your knees. Send the hips up and back, traction, find space in the back, and then bring the knees to the floor. Good. So, a couple of things here. We're gonna go into camel pose. If you've got a block, you can bring it between your thighs. I like practicing like this because it gives stability to the hips while we are doing a back flexion. Otherwise, you can leave it out. You can use the toes tucked or untucked. I would say if you're more of a beginner, tuck your toes. If you've got more experience, you know that your back is quite bendy, you can untuck the toes. So we've done enough work so we can go safely backward now. Bring your hands to your hips. Now firm your knees on the floor as if it was your feet. So really growing roots through your knees. Engage the thighs, press them together, squeeze the block if you've got it, squeeze the outside of the hips. You can bring your hands facing down, just either side of the coccyx. And as you press the knees down, inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up, roll the shoulders back, and start showing your heart up as you gently press your hands into your coccyx and the pelvis goes forward. Breathing, keeping your head nice and long. If it is too much, I really don't want to see anyone letting the head go. If it is too much to keep it long, tuck your chin in. And if you're ready, you can reach one hand to the heel and the other. And reset here. Hug the legs together. Push the hips forward as you send the heart up and back. Deep breath. And as if you had a rope hanging just on top of you, grab that imaginary rope and pull and take yourself up and then come up. Down to sit. Close your eyes for a second. Back bends tend to be very energizing, so we'll do a little bit of a cool down later. But I'm hoping that you are actually having a feel for that grounding in order to open up with this particular pose. So let's come back up. All things come in threes. So pressing the knees down and hugging the legs together. Find your roots. Inhale, take the hands behind your coccyx. As you lengthen up and the chest up and forward, press the hips forward. Keep the tuck in the tailbone under strongly. Grab your heels. Open the chest. And breathe. And then when you're ready, now left hand grabs the rope. Pull the rope, take yourself up and sit back. Good, close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, noticing the effects on your energy field, on your energy of the body. We spend so many hours hunching forward in the computer or driving. Mostly nowadays we are staying at home a lot more, in our device a lot more. This is the position, so this is a counter balance for the computer pose. Last one, come on your knees. Choose the position of your heels that you want. Anchor your heels down, hug the legs together. Hands behind your pelvis if you want to, otherwise in the hips. Whatever works better for you. Tuck the tailbone under as you send the heart up. And start taking yourself back. I want you to make sure that your curve of the upper torso is as deep as the curve of the lower back, so we don't compensate. One more breath. And see if you can come up with both hands in the ropes, or just take one. And sit back, relax. You can roll your shoulders. Just find a little bit of ease for the neck. Good. And let's do something a bit more cooling now. So sit with your legs facing to the front. Grab one leg, Left hand to the inner thigh, right hand to the outside of the right leg. And I want you to turn it out, and as if you had a prosthetic leg, bring it into the hip. And close your eyes for a second and notice the difference between your sit bones. One is going to be a lot more anchored than the other. So that's what we are looking for the sit bones to be nice and rotated on the floor. Take the left leg now, right hand on the inside, left hand on the outside, turn it out, and then in as if you're trying to bring it back into your hip socket. Good, and now you're sitting nice and long. For some of you, this might be already enough. Some of you might need to grab your straps, bring them around your feet. So I'm giving some options depending on what you have handy. For those of you that have got the space, start walking forward. Keep your torso nice and long. Some of you are gonna come here. Some of you might be able to grab the outside of the feet. Some of you might actually grab the strap and press on the strap. Elbows out, shoulders back. In any case, wherever you are, inhale, lengthen the torso forward. Find space, and then exhale, fold from the belly first, and then the chest. And then maybe the head comes down. But I want you to take a few breaths, exploring that lengthening action. And on the exhalation, keep it long. Exhale, belly to the thighs, and then the chest. And then one more inhale, lengthen. Maybe send the sit bones back a little bit more. And exhale. And then maybe only then, for those of you that can fold quite deeply, take your head towards your shins or your knees. Make sure that the shoulders are rolling back and away from the ears. And if you're grabbing the side of your feet, press the toes towards the front of the room. Deep breath in the back of the body, acknowledging our own support, the support of our family, friends, our communities. That although sometimes we don't see it, it's always there. And inhale, coming back up. Good. And now I want you to take the right toe, bring the heel to the inside of the leg, so not moving anything. Some of you might need a block or something to ground your knee just to protect it. Everyone else, take the hands either side of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen, pressing the sit bones down, crown of the head up. Turn the torso towards your left leg, so there's a little bit of a twist here, and then start walking forward. Good. Some of you, this is enough. Some of you will take your right hand to the outside of the left foot. And again, use the leverage, hand and foot to lengthen, and then twist the belly to the side, and then the chest, and fold, belly, ribs, chest. Lengthening with every inhalation, and with every exhalation, finding depth. One more breath. And inhaling, coming all the way up. Changing legs, stretch the right leg, and you might want to center it again, just turn it out and back into the hips. Grab your left toes with the left fingers, bring the leg to the inside. You can bring some props to the knee to keep it safe. Inhale, lengthen, turn the belly to the right, and then start walking forward as much as you can. You can grab the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Any case, lengthening on the inhalation, and on the exhalation, folding deeper. Good, and inhaling, coming back up. And now make your way to come on your backs. Now keep your strap handy. We're gonna go on our backs. Stretch the right leg long along the mat. Take your left leg up all the way towards the ceiling. And look my strap really quickly. Take the strap, if you've got it, or your scarf, or anything, or your towel, whatever you've got, put it around the sole of your foot. If you don't have anything, you can grab the back of the hamstring, so no worries here. Now, in either option, make sure that the right leg is grounded on the floor. Loop the straps so you have a nice grip, and you can actually relax the shoulders, bring the forearms, the back of the arms on the floor. Now inhale, little bend on the knee, and on the exhalation, press up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, bend, and exhale, pressing up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale, it's only a little bend of the knee. Exhale, foot is flexed and leading with the heel. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, I want you to take both straps to the right hand and cross the foot towards the left foot towards the right, about a foot. So it's just only just above your right side of the body. And I want you to do that, and then take the leg towards you. Keep the leg straight. And then at some point, just play with it, you will find that there's a really, really deep stretch in the inner thigh. If you're not feeling it, grab your thumb, take it to the crease of the left hip, and press it down and forward. As you press the strap back towards your head and the leg towards your head, some of you might feel the stretch on the side of the calf, or maybe on the side of the hamstrings, on the IT band. Some of you might feel it really inside, and you will know when you get there. So deep breaths. One more. Nice. And now letting go of the strap. Take that right leg all the way, left leg all the way to the right. Now on a twist, open the left arm, look to the left. And you can take the top foot on the bottom knee, and then you can take your right hand on the left knee to press knee and hand together, creating a nice length on the upper side of the torso, on the hip. Deep breaths to the back of the heart. One more breath. And coming back to center. And let's change the legs. So now the left leg goes long along the mat. Take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Loop the strap, or grab the back of the hamstrings. Inhale, little bend on the knee, and exhale, press the foot up. Make sure that the shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, exhale, press the foot into the strap towards the ceiling. 3 more. Make sure the upper arms are on the floor if you've got the strap. One more breath. Good, and now take both straps on the left hand. You can take now your right thumb into the crease of the right hip and press it forward. Good, the foot goes to the left about a foot, and then take that foot towards you. Keep the foot flexed, that's very important. And breathe. There's quite a bit of action in this pose, but we are going really deep into the hips. One more breath. Good, bend the knee, release the strap to the side. And now take that right knee towards the left. Open the right arm, look to the right. You can put the foot on the bottom knee. And take the breath all the way to the back of the heart. Deep breaths. in the belly and the back of the heart. And inhale, bring it all the way up. Hug your knees towards your chest. Sway from side to side. So find some symmetry in the body, and then stretch your legs to the front of the mat. And this is a time that if you're feeling cold, you can put something warm on, put your socks on, put your jacket on. If you have a bolster, you can use the bolster under your knees. Just make yourself as comfortable as you want. Now the legs are open as wide as the mat. If you feel like you need a bit more energy, you can bring the legs closer together. And if you need a little bit more relaxation, keep them really wide. Palms of the hands facing the ceiling. And I like gently pressing the back of the head on the floor, which gives the space to roll the shoulders back, bring them back towards the floor. It's a nice rotation of the arms towards the ceiling. And we are in Shavasana. So here we are coming back in touch with our breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Taking that breath all the way down to the belly. And the exhalations are long, so you can surrender and release any tension, any worries, just anything that doesn't serve you, just let it go. Notice this support, the beautiful support of Mother Earth, just underneath you, holding you tightly. Just know where to go, nothing to do, just relax. Relax your jaw, relax your cheeks, relax your eyes so they can fall back into the eye sockets. Relax the forehead and the crown of the head. Relax the arms, the torso. Relax the hips and the legs and the feet. And if you wish to stay in Shavasana, please, you're more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Taking really deep breaths, exploring all the new space that we've created. Bring the feet to the mat and the knees towards the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Just gently swaying from side to side. And roll all the way to your right. You can make a pillow with your arm. And using the top arm to help you coming back up to sitting. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your breath nice and strong. Going all the way to the belly. Bring your right hand to your chest, the left hand on top. And let's together finish the class with one arm. So exhale all the air. Inhale deeply. Thank you for practicing with me today. And to each one of you and my teachers, I bow. Namaste.